Good morning, students. Today is the third day of factorization that we are going to deal with, and the fourth part is this is the fourth way of method of factorizing, which is splitting the middle term, and this is mainly used when we get trinomials. Yes, we have done first is what is the first thing? HCF method. Then what was the second part? Grouping that we have learned. We have grouped them so that we get the common brackets. And third, we have learned about a square minus b square, whatever formula we have learned in expansions. Expansion, we expand. In factorization, the reverse process. Okay, so today, now see the reverse x square. I've been asked to factorize x square plus 5x plus 6. How will I factorize this? Just look at this here. I have written the answer. X plus 3 into x plus 2. The formula we know, if you remember, x plus a into x plus b, we get x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab. Here, same thing, x plus 3 into x plus 2 is x squared plus sum of the second terms, 3 plus 2 is 5x, plus product of the second terms, that is 3 into 2, which is 6. Now, this is given and we need to bring this as the answer. Clear? That is the reverse process. Here in expansions, we were given this and we were supposed to bring this, expand it, open it. Now, this expression is given. How to bring this expression in this form? If you remember this formula, that is, it is based on the expansion of this formula. X plus a into x plus b is x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. And if you open this, we get 4 terms, ax plus bx plus ab. X square plus ax plus bx plus ab. Now, if you see these two terms, children, ax and bx, which we have split it, the middle term is written this way, ax plus bx, and the product of this is a into b x square, which is the product of first and the last term. We have to split this in such a way that the product is the product of the first and the last term. Now, if we see the factors of 6 and the coefficient of this is 1. 6 ones are 6. If you see the factors of 6, so that you take out the factors of 6. 6 is 6 into 1. Yes, if you take plus 6 and plus 1, you cannot get plus 5. Plus 6 and minus 1, you have to get plus 6. Plus 6 into plus 1 is plus 6 only, not minus 6. So, you cannot take the negative number. Yes, or both should be negative or both should be positive to take this. You to bring plus 6x square. So, another factors of 6 is 2 and 3. So, this can be broken as plus 2x and plus 3x. Now, let us write down. We are breaking first term as it is, last term as it is. The middle term is broken into two parts such that their product is equal to the sum. The product of the middle terms, these two terms which we are splitting, is equal to the product of first and the last term. Clear? So, 5x is splitted. We can write it as 5x as 2x plus 3x. Okay. Now, what we have done, we have just splitted this is known as splitting the middle term. 5x is written as 2x plus 3x, and if you see 2x into 3x is 6x square and 6 into x square is 6x square. You are getting this, the product of these two terms as the product of the first and the last term. Now, do the grouping. Now, if we do the grouping of these two, we can write x into x plus 2. Here, if I take common, plus 3 into x plus 2. It doesn't make any difference whether you write 3x plus and 2x later or 2x plus and 3x afterwards. It doesn't make any difference. You'll get the same answer. Now, you're getting a common bracket. After that grouping is done, you're getting a common bracket. That is x plus 2 is the common bracket. Whatever is left from here, x is left from here, plus 3. See, we've got this. Okay. So, how to factorize trinomials, especially these quadratic ones? Yes, they should be arranged highest power of x, then the power x to the power 1, and then the constant term should be arranged in this way. That is the first thing that you should check. Clear? Now, what we have done, we have splitted the middle term in such a way, we could have written plus 6x minus 1 also is 5. But plus 6 into minus 1 is minus 6, which we are supposed to, if it was minus 6 here, then we would have taken that. Okay, so splitting the middle term is, we are splitting these two, plus 2x and plus 3x, then we are doing grouping, and then the HCF, the common part, out into this. We have got the factorized form of this. Note it down in your fair notebooks. Yes. Now let us take another example. Another example is example 2. Now suppose we have got 6x squared minus 7x minus 3. Algebraic expression, it has to be factorized. 6x squared, now the coefficient of x squared is not 1 but 6 here. And see, first it is arranged, power, the highest power of x, then in the descending power of x, variable, and then the constant term, power 2, then power 1, and then the constant term. Okay. Now let us see, 6 into minus 3 is minus 18. Okay. Now think of the factors. Now first term as it is 6x squared, last term as it is minus 3, and 6 3s are 18, minus 18. Now minus 18 to be written as, now minus 7 has to be split into two terms, so that the product of those two terms is minus 18. So what will you write? Minus 7 can be written as minus 9x plus 2x. Okay, minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7, and minus 9 into plus 2. Getting my point? Just check the product. Minus 9 with the sign, plus 2 is minus 18x squared. Now see, first term and last term, if you multiply, you get 6x into minus 3, that is minus 18x squared. Only when you get this, then only you will proceed further, otherwise think of other factors. Now again grouping starts. What is common in these two? Again I will say, if you write plus 2x here and minus 9x here, doesn't make any difference, you will get the same answer. Now if I take this 3x common, what is left is 2x minus 3, and here 2x minus 3 whole thing is there, so plus 1 is common, 2x minus 3. Now the HCF, 2x minus 3 comes out, and what goes inside? 3x plus 1. So this is the x. You can also check your answer. You open these two brackets and you get the same answer. Okay? 6x squared, what we have done? We have split it 7 minus 7x into two parts, that is 3, it was a trinomial, and we have changed into, split it the middle term, and now there are 4 terms, and how we have splitting is very, very important. How we have split it is, we have to see that the terms which you are splitting, their product should be equal to the product of the first and the last terms. Okay. Now next, example 3, another type example. I am taking all types, and then you do the questions based on the exercise given in the exercise. Example 3. 5x squared plus 17xy minus 12y squared. Okay. Again, it's a polynomial, it's an expression. Highest power of x is, since it is xy, so we'll take c in one variable, x to the power 2 wala term, then x to the power 1 term, and then decreasing power of any one variable should be there. Okay. Now it's of this form. First term goes as it is, 5x squared, and the last term also minus 12y squared. Middle term has to be split into two terms. Now that we will think. First multiply 12, minus 12 into 5 is minus 60. The product should be minus 60 x square y square. Minus 60, let us take the coefficient first. 12 5s are 60 minus 60. Now 60, we have so many factors of 16 to 1, but we will not get 17. 15, 4s are 60. 15 and 4, you will not get 17. 30, 2s are 60. 30 into 2, but you will not get, you will take 30 and 2, you will not get 17. Now what do you think? What other factors can you take so that you get 60 here? What will you take so that you get 60 here? 60 is 20 into 3 is also 60. And if you subtract plus 20 and minus 3, you get plus 17. plus 20 and minus 3, you get, if you add these two, you get plus 17, and if you multiply, you get minus 16. And this is what we were looking for. These were the terms we were looking for. The factors should fix here. Their product should be equal to the product of first and last term. Yes, we cannot take any of the factors like this. Firstly, they should, like 30 and 2 you cannot take. Why? Because 30 plus 2 is 32, minus 2 is minus 2 is 28. You are not getting 17 anyhow from 30 and 2. 15 and 4 you are not getting 17 anyhow. But 23s are 60. From 20 and 3 you are getting 17. And plus, now you have to think of the sign. What should be? Because this, we want a positive one, so our bigger number should be positive. You cannot take minus 20 and plus 3. Though it will give you minus 60, but it will not give you plus 17. Getting it? So it should be plus 20xy. Yes, this remains, literal coefficient goes there. Minus 3xy. Check it once again. Plus 20xy minus 3xy is plus 17xy, and plus into minus is minus. 23s are 60, x square, y square. That is the product of the last two, first and the last terms. Okay. Now next step. Next what will we do? We will do the grouping here. What is common in these two? 5x. What goes in the bracket? X plus 4y. Okay. What is common in these? Minus 3y. What goes inside is x plus 4y. Okay. So x plus 4y is the common bracket, which is common to both. It goes out, and whatever is left is packed in another 5x minus 3y. You can check your answer, multiply these two brackets, you will get the same answer. Okay. Now next example is example 4, which is of a different type. Copy all these. I'll send the notes. Copy all these notes, questions in your fair notebook. I am trying to cover each and every type of question given in your book. Yes, now example 4. We have the expression x minus y the whole square minus 6 times x minus y plus 5. Now we are asked to factorize this. Now if you see, if you let x minus y, don't take it as x, take it as any variable other than x and y. That is a. I have taken it as a. Now the whole expression changes to x minus y is equal to a. If I take, this changes to a square minus 6a plus 5. Okay. I hope there is no problem. And just now in the end, we will substitute wherever a we will get, we will substitute as x minus y. For our convenience, what we have done, because this was a quadratic in x minus y. Okay, so we have taken x minus y as a. Now again the same process goes, splitting the middle term, first term as it is, last term as it is. Split this in two terms so that the product is 5 into 1 is 5. Yes, the coefficient of this is 1. 5 into 1 is 5. So 5 ones are 5. Yes. So we will take minus 5a minus a. Will give you minus 6a. When you add minus 5a plus minus a is minus 6a. And when you multiply these two, you get plus 5 a square. We are getting this? Yes. Again grouping. A common, a minus 5, minus a minus 1 common. It goes, we have to bring the same bracket. That is why I am taking minus out. So that a minus 5, I don't want a plus 5 or something else. So a minus 5 goes inside, a minus 1 here. Now what was a? A was x minus y. Okay. So x minus y minus 5 into x minus y minus 1. This is the answer. This is how you will do splitting the middle term. Now one more thing that we come across, when we have a perfect square number, like if you see x plus, we have done a plus b the whole square or x plus a the whole square. If I write x plus a the whole square, what do we get? X square plus 2ax plus a square. This is what we are getting, x square. When we see when their two terms are perfect squares and the third term is the product of, yes, a first term and last two, twice the product of first and the second term, whatever the terms are, yes, then x plus a the whole, if I get the expression like this, yes, x square, let us take another example, thus x plus 1 the whole square. Let us open this, x plus 1 the whole square, that is a perfect square method, children. Now, or x plus 2 the whole square, let us take this, x plus 2 the whole square. When we open this, what do we get? X square plus twice the product of the two terms is 4x plus 4. This is expansion. Now, how to factorize if it is given x square plus 4x plus 4? You can do by splitting the middle term. But if it strikes you that this is a perfect square, this is a square of x, this is also a perfect square, a square of 2, yes, and the middle term is a square, it's a 2 times x into 2 2. First term into this is of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square. Then we can write it as simply x plus 2 the whole square. This is the factorized form. You can do by splitting the middle term also. You can do if there are certain which are perfect square like a plus b the whole square when you open, or a minus b the whole square when you open, you get this a plus b the whole square and a minus, then you will get minus 4. How to factorize such trinomials which are perfect, which are this perfect squares, yes, then you will use this method. But splitting the middle term goes everywhere with these trinomials. You can split this, split it as now 4. First term as it is, if I do by splitting the middle term, the same expression, if I do by splitting the middle term, let us do this, we get x square and 4 goes in the last, yes, split this, 2 2s are 4, so you can write plus 2x and plus 2x, okay. Now take common x plus 2, here you take plus 2 common, what do you get? X plus 2, so what are you getting? X plus 2 into x plus 2, which is what? It's the square of x plus 2 the whole square. Okay, this is the method which is applied, this method, perfect square method, when it is a, when you know, you should know that it's a square of what? X plus 1 the whole square, certain, you should learn. X plus 1 the whole square, when you open, what do you get? X square plus 1 plus 2x. And if it is open and you should know, yes, this is a square of x plus 1 the whole square. This was the expanded form of x plus 1 the whole square. Okay, now try to complete this exercise. Yes, thank you, children.